What's up, y'all, and welcome back to The Grind. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Harrison Lewis. I am the founder of GRND. We are a clothing brand committed to inspiring others to give 100% and then some through sport, fitness, and life. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and let me know what you are currently grinding for on a daily basis. In today's video, what I really want to talk about is my brand and what we're currently doing, the idea, all the way up into where we're at in this current time, the different steps I took to get me up to this point where we're getting ready to go into production of our first major streetwear and athletic wear clothing line, and then talk about sacrifice. And hopefully by the end of this video, you can identify the sacrifices you make on a daily basis and then use those sacrifices to inspire you and motivate you to continue to grind. But what I really wanted to do is drive home the message that sacrifice is something that we all do on a daily basis for several different reasons. But what we don't do is we don't reflect on those sacrifices to allow us to move the needle. So here we go. Yeah, so today is a pretty busy day. I want to show you guys my new office. I took everything out of there. I moved a bunch of stuff in there, and I had to stop working on things all throughout the house. I would go up into the loft, work in my bedroom, in the living room. But I was like, man, I need a dedicated workspace that I can take phone calls, really just have a space that's personalized to me and can help me kind of focus more and be more task oriented as it pertains to growing the brand. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the office. Moving the wall, the grass wall from my living room up into this office. Got my shoe collection, my best friend Connor's guitar. Yeah, Connor was one of my best friends. We were Rangers together, served in 3rd Ranger Battalion. He passed away in 2018. He was a phenomenal guitar player. Love you, Connor. Rest in peace, bro. Rangers lead the way. Got my whiteboard that I use to have meetings and figure things out in, different fashion trends, etc. Writing letters for wire transfers, scripting out videos, finding models, etc. Standing desk, I literally found this off Facebook Marketplace, super easy to do. Love my grind rug. My mom actually got that made for me. A buddy of mine in Tacoma who is an artist, I hit him up, man. I was like, yo, help me get a piece of art that can fill this entire wall. And he goes, I got the perfect thing for you. And I absolutely love this painting. His name is Hoon with a Spoon. Super dope artist. He ships worldwide. So hit him up. I want to talk about where we're currently at with the brand and kind of like the things I went through and experienced with getting up to this point. We're nowhere near where we want to be. We are nowhere near in creating the impact and reaching the communities we want to reach, but everybody starts somewhere. I want to really just talk about the steps, the journey, the process, the grind, so that, you know, when you look back and you're like, okay, what really did I do? What mistakes were made? And then I can help other people who want to start a brand or have an idea of something they want to create. They can either learn from the mistakes I've made, but also see that, hey, like, you don't really have to know everything to get started. Because I personally feel like I don't know anything. I'm literally just going and I'm trying every day, I'm putting the energy in, and I'm on the grind. The first thing is finding the name. You know, the name is very important because it has to be something that resonates with you. You want to create a name that embodies in a way of what you believe. And with grind, I felt like I was on a grind every day. Waking up every day in college to go to weights, to go to PT, waking up every day as a ranger and grinding to be a better leader, a better officer, a better ranger. We're all on a grind. You know, I took the I out of GRND because I realized that it was never about me. I was never grinding for myself. I'm grinding for my future patient that broke their hip, grinding for the people in my community to provide them with image of what is possible. The black athlete that quit football and doesn't really know what his skill set is. Like, you can go be a physical therapist, you can go start a brand, you can be whatever you want to be. And that's what really the grind is. And when I found that, I stuck to it. And then next was finding the logo. You can have your text logo, which is just the name of your brand in text form, and you find the font you want. You find whether you want it italicized, you want it bold, you want it just plain text. You can use AI to generate 10 different logos that you really like, and then ask the people in your community how they feel about it. And then going back into the name, you have to identify your mission. Your mission drives your why. I think it gives you and your actions a sense of purpose. And I think identifying that elevator pitch statement, what your mission, helps you codify what you're doing in each step of the process. This is our mission statement. You know, GRND is a fitness and streetwear brand committed to providing high quality sportswear and streetwear with a culture aesthetic. We are a Black-owned, veteran-owned, and with the mission to inspire others to give 100% and then some through sport, fitness, and life. So when you think about this mission statement, it helps you know the direction you're going. And then I want to inspire others to do what? I want you to feel like every day that, you know, let's be realistic. You can't give 100% every single day, but it's the inspiration to make people believe that they can achieve this thing. It was never about, I have to be the absolute best every day. It's you have to wake up every single day and just go. You're already doing it anyway. Each one of us wakes up and we put our boots on. We gotta kiss our kids goodbye and we walk out into the world and we grind to provide for them. We're never our life's hero. We're always trying to give back and provide for others. And I think that's just the human mission. Brand values. Values help identify the path you're on, and I think it helps streamline decisions as it pertains to your brand and its identity. You know, before I identified my brand values, decisions were hard. You know, I didn't know whether I was making the right decision on X or something could work or couldn't work. But once I identified my brand values, it was a clear cut yes or no with certain things. You have this path of where you're headed, and your values are what make you feel uncomfortable when you step off that path. But what your values also do is allows you to see when the path you're on needs a detour. And the GRND values are catch the sun, life is short, fast, and unexpected, have fun each and every day. Number 2 is embrace that. Life can be so hard. I remember being in Afghanistan or being in training. Life is so hard. Regardless of whether you grind today or not, it's gonna be hard. Embrace that, because honestly, at the end of the day, like, you will get tougher as you go through the grind. And value number 3 is stand on it. I believe in standing on what you say. I believe that if you say you will do something, do it and do it well. When you say something, mean it. Be intentional about what you do. You will get better because of that intentionality. Number 4 is sweep the sheds. I gained this value at my time in the Ranger Regiment, because when I was there, our battalion commander, he had us clean the battalion headquarters, you know, all the time. And he pulled that from the All Blacks. They would clean their footprint every week. And I believe sweep the sheds to me means, you know, there's no iron grind, support and serve our community. Whatever you're doing, be in a position or take a stance that the things you do are about improving the world for each other. Lastly, value number 5, move further, faster, and fight harder. We are here to move the needle each and every day, whether backward as a lesson or forward as a win. When you move further, fight harder, and move faster, you are legit setting the standard that today, like, we're gonna get better. And if we're not, we're gonna learn something that's gonna help us in the future. I hope that was helpful. Those are things that, again, where we're at in the process, like, it's just helped me think more strategically and more clearly, and it's giving me confidence in the decisions I make as it pertains to being a brand owner. In terms of resources, I highly recommend 2 things. 1, you need to get a journal. It's helped me just at night write things down, say whatever you want. Helps you think and codify things that you've experienced and what you want to do moving forward. And then 2, a calendar. Get a calendar. On Tuesday, you need to do X. Wednesday, you need to do Y. Friday, you need to do Z. And then write in the breaks you need to take, because mental health and self-care is very important. But another resource that I highly recommend is the Story Brand by Donald Miller. Phenomenal book. I promise you, this book has helped me tremendously in understanding how I want to guide my community and help them achieve success through my brand. Like, if you're a brand owner, you're not the hero. And this book helps you create a storyline of how your brand operates in terms of what impact you want to make, the challenges you want to solve, the internal, external, and philosophical problems your community can have, and how you can position yourself in a position to guide, to be the Yoda to the people that you want to support and impact. It's been great in helping me create the framework and best support my brand's purpose and mission. It's helped me very strategically identify our values. And again, I highly recommend this book, and I'll also put that down in the link description. Where we're at right now is pretty interesting, right? So last year I had about 100 shirts made, maybe. I just spent like $2,500, $3 grand to get a bunch of shirts made, and I just sent them out to all all of my friends and family, and I didn't charge them a dime, right? I was just like, and with a very unique message that just like said, hey, thank you, I love you, you've been someone that supported me throughout this journey. And I couldn't even give shirts to everybody I love, and that was the worst part, right? But it helped me just get started. And then from there, I went into the collaboration process with a manufacturer I found, and I found his manufacturer on YouTube. Like I was just digging around, and I found his manufacturer, and I hit him up, and we've been in conversations, right? So we've been talking for about almost a year probably, just going through designs. I've been like sketching using Adobe Illustrator, understanding and doing research on fabrics and materials, understanding the production process, logistics, distribution, things that I'm not even there yet, but I want to be smart enough or have some situational awareness of what I need to do when I get ready to cross those bridges. And right now, I literally just paid my manufacturer $40,000 of my own money to start the production process. I should have samples in the next 2 to 3 weeks of the summer athletic line, and it's scary. Shit, like I'm literally a doctoral student. I haven't had a job in over 2 years, and I just spent a great deal of my life savings, like my money, on a dream. You know, and it's scary. Like I stress sometimes. I'm like worried that this is a failure. I don't know what I'm gonna do if this fails. But then I'm like, who gives a fuck? You know, who truly cares? I care. The people who love me care. But you know, if you're not going to take that leap, if you're not willing to jump into the deep end and figure it out and fail, then it's like, what are you preaching? You know, like what do you really believe in if you're not willing to sacrifice some of that comfort? Ambiguity is a very terrifying thing. As a black man in America, like I understand that, you know, there's certain risks that we have to take to build the life we want. There's certain risks you have to take to impact people in the way you want to. I was always a really decent speaker. Public speaking is something I'm very passionate about. I want to be more involved with. I want to be more philanthropic and give back to communities. And it's like, you can't want to do all these things and be scared to act. When I got the invoice and each item that I want for this clothing line, for this first drop, is like $6,000 per colorway. And I'm like, the most expensive thing I've ever bought was this house and my truck. I'm spending $6,000. That's on one item. Let's go, you know, let's do it. It doesn't matter. Like we have to do this. Like we have to try, we have to dare, and we have to believe that, you know, the grind continues. And that's really what it's all about. And where we're at right now is, I literally sent the wire. The first day the wire was sent, it got canceled for whatever reason. My bank, credit union, small credit union wouldn't do an international transfer. My manufacturer's like, hey, have you paid yet? Have you paid yet? They dropped the design that like I was really holding on to, that they just like didn't really like it, or something happened. And it's like all these little stresses, man, you just have to take it in stride. And I get overwhelmed sometimes because I'm living such a stressful, dynamic life right now that it's easy to just say, I don't have time for this. But your values are what keep you going. Your mission and your why are what help you see that through each of these little micro lessons, these micro pains, these micro failures, that you are being molded into the image that you see is what you want in his life. So I think it's very special. And I highly encourage anyone who is starting a brand or dreams of starting a brand or has a vision of something they want to create. It doesn't have to be a brand, a business, an app, Instagram, being an influencer, really whatever it is. Whatever that is for you, man, just do it. And I'm not even talking from a position of success. Like I am not a success at all. I don't believe I am. I don't know when I ever will be. But I do know that because of my values and the things I believe in my heart, and the things I've experienced and the people I've seen and served alongside, that all I have to do is never quit. So let's go work out. All right guys, workout's done. Really good Saturday workout. Nothing too crazy, just glad I was able to kind of shake it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna focus the rest of the weekend on recovery. I might do a light cycle little joint just to shake out the legs a little bit because I am gonna be training legs pretty heavy this next week. Other than that, that's all I have today. I really want to talk about sacrifice, and I'll leave kind of, in the video with this. Only you can relate with the sacrifices you've made. Don't project your sacrifices onto others, because your sacrifices are what are empowering you to do the things you're doing today in your present life, in your present endeavors. Whether you're sacrificing time, whether you're sacrificing money, or the opportunity to do something else, sacrificing time with your family. When we talk about sacrifice, coming from the military, everything was under the guise of the ultimate sacrifice, and that's what guided us in our service. But whatever you're doing in your current life, whatever your current ambitions and goals are, understand those sacrifices, because you are always gonna sacrifice something. Let those sacrifices guide you and push you in everything you're doing. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know what you sacrifice, what you're grinding for. Hit the subscribe button. And I really want to continue to create content and videos showing you guys the journey I'm on, showing you the grind, what I'm doing on a weekly, daily basis as I finish PT school, grow a brand, train every day. Yeah, we're going to keep it pushing. Until next time, the grind continues.